Remember this hadith, it's going to be the foundation of the rest of this video. Liberals are the Dajjalun of our time. So as people say. And I doubt they've ever even thought about it. I remember when I was a Salafi, there's this popular joke online. Are you ready for peak Salafi entertainment? Liberalism is kufr. Yeah, I don't know why I found that funny either. Unfortunately, this is actually a really common view among people. Liberalism is kufr? Really? Why? A lot of people use it to mean non-practicing Muslim, which is why I personally don't use it. But the problem is that some Muslims have monkey brains and they associate the etymology of a label as something valuable. And we all know who I'm talking about. So because of this, they'll be opposed to liberal Muslims because you want to be practicing. So liberalism is the issue, allegedly. Now look, I'm not using it in an economic sense, I'm more so using it in a social sense. But how is it an issue? Because you want rights, the ability to have your voice heard, and freedoms? Wait, those are bad things? I mean, I'm confused. Should Muslims not want rights? Do Muslims really advocate for less rights? Okay, so what about your voice heard? You want to be enslaved to the state with no ability to have a systemic impact on a large scale that benefits people? You want a system where you have no say in the way that you and others are governed? Okay. So you want to not have freedoms? You'd much rather be forced by the state to do or not do something, even if you disagree on whether it's halal or haram? You see, the problem here is that Muslims act as if they'd be the Khalifa. If a caliphate existed, you'd be one of the peasants. It's like with slavery, some Muslims need to double down and say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with slavery, even nowadays, it's perfectly halal. So you'd like it if you were captured, separated from your family, forced into labor, and for the rest of your life be a commodity? Oh wait, what's that? Oh, you don't want that? But it's okay if it happens to other people, right? I'm really confused. What's wrong with liberalism? Is your version of Islam so fragile that you can't handle people having different views than you? So you need the government to force people to conform to your views? Seems like a Muslim Karen. A Karima? I don't know, you think that'll catch on? Oh, but no, if liberalism is so good, why isn't there world peace? Why are there still issues in liberal countries? Firstly, that's an insane leap of logic. Just because we're not living in a utopia doesn't mean it's a bad system. But secondly, if a caliphate is so good, why is there no caliphate? If your caliphate is so perfect, why did caliphates collapse? Oh, but no, those are not perfect caliphates. Mine is going to be better. The levels of delusion you need to have in order to think that everyone is wrong, but somehow you have the answer to solve global politics is nothing but insanity. You tell me, what's your alternative to liberalism? Don't just be vague and say Quran and Sunnah so you can dodge the question. You hate liberalism so much and consider it kufr. So you tell me, what exactly does your rule look like? How does your country run? Your version of a caliphate is where people are sold into slave markets, the blood of Muslims and non-Muslims run high, and things like people's houses are getting burnt down because they didn't go to the masjid for Fajr. That's all that it is at the end of the day, just authoritarian rule and hudud that you're too much of a hypocrite to live by your own principles. But still you want to pose them on everyone else. Fine, you don't like freedom of religion, right to vote, freedom of speech, you know what? No problem. So why do you live in liberal countries? Why don't you live in a Muslim country?
Bruh.
Noor, which Muslim country? None of them rule by Allah. Gotcha. Oh, really? So why don't you go there and tell them, oh, wait, you don't have that freedom. Well, I know. Why not get other people that do rule by Allah? Oh, wait, you can't elect them out. Well, I know. What if we start to teach people what the rules of Allah are ourselves? Oh, wait, your religious views are imposed by the state because you have no religious liberties. Liberalism isn't antithetical to Islam. What part of it is? Some people assume that liberalism is anarchy, that there are no laws anymore, that you're just free to do anything. No, it's not. Which liberal countries have no laws? Islam promotes rights and freedoms, and if you use those to do bad, then you will be accounted for what you did. Even if there are laws that ensure people's freedoms to do what you deem haram, So what? Nobody is forcing you to do them. Just because other people are able to do something haram doesn't mean that you'd get punished for it. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam still allowed for alcohol to be sold to non-Muslims. Why do other people have to suffer if it displeases you? Just don't do it. But if someone were to even suggest that alcohol can still be allowed in Muslim country, you'll be deemed a liberal. When people convince you that you have no rights, don't be surprised when you don't have any rights. Nobody cares what you think. No, haha, XT lamao, liberalism is kufr.